Welcome to Nobilis Erotica, the best science fiction and fantasy erotica anthology podcast in the known universe. This month, gay magical realism from Nigeria. This is episode 485. I am your host, Nobilis Reed. I've got an unusual story this month. We received it a few months back, and while it wasn't really a lot like everything else we've run, it really spoke to me, and I thought, we have to run this story. Not the least of which, it's a great story, and I couldn't think of any other market where this author could publish it. So, we made it happen. Took a lot of work to find the right narrator, took a lot of work to get them both paid, but here we are. Plangdi Neple is a Nigerian writer of speculative fiction. A lover of the weird and fantastic, his works draw inspiration from Nigerian myth, folklore, and tradition. He has been published in Omenana, Anathema, and Afritondo magazines, along with other venues. Our narrator, Bisi Alimi, is a British-Nigerian gay rights activist, public speaker, blog writer, and HIV/LGBT advocate, who gained international attention when he became the first Nigerian to come out on television. In 2007, he fled Nigeria and was granted asylum in the United Kingdom, where he currently resides. Over on our Patreon campaign, the audio presentation of Hallowed Covenant is wrapping up soon, so if you want to get that, you need to sign up soon. You can do that at patreon.com/nobilis. We'll have a new story for me starting later this summer. Here we go.
My name is Bisi Alimi, and I am reading Apple of Sodom, written by Plangdi Neple. You would think a man who makes a living by selling sex will panic when his penis is stolen on a busy stretch of highway. Yet you have only one thought as the bike you're on turns a sharp corner, and you have to hold on for dear life or risk slamming into a credit card kiosk. This is the most comfortable Okada ride you've ever had. How's 9, Abby? The Okada man asks, revving to a stop. You pull your phone out of your jacket pocket and check the address Madame Rose sent you that morning. This na big Oga house, ba? You ask as you disembark and rummage your pocket for the exact money you need to pay the man. You're already late. You don't have time to wait for change. The man simply nods, his eyes on your roaming hands. You roll your eyes and make sure you affect the texture of the 150 naira notes in your trousers before you hand them over to him. There is a slight disappointment in his eyes as he no doubt laments the missed opportunity to charge you, a newcomer to the area, more than he needs to. You smile slightly as he pockets the money in his ratty jeans and drives off, leaving you to face what may be your final moments before Madame kills you. Okay, let's go. You mutter to yourself as you finally pull up the text on your phone and see the exact address of the man you're supposed to meet. House number 9, Evermore Estate, Kado. Ask for Mr. Macmillan. Your lips tied up some more. His name suggests he's most likely a white man. What self-respecting Nigerian names their child Macmillan? Weird names aside, he pays more than the usual customer. And he wouldn't just be obsessed with getting his dick inside you or vice versa, meaning you could time it out with foreplay. Your eyes scroll down to the rest of the message. He has requested your more special talents. Your smile morphs into a full grin. There it is. The real reason you aren't truly bothered about your missing ding-dong winky PP. Your ability to change your face and skin color at will makes you the most bankable prostitute in Abuja. Clients for you range from tame, those who want to have sex with a high school crush they would never get, to the outright strange, those who can ask you to change your appearance to theirs and feature in a BDSM sex tape with them. True story. Crazy things? Another text is below, but you try to force yourself not to open it. But, like with all things Andre, your body betrays you, and you click it. I miss you, baby. You know we were so good together. I'm coming to get you very soon. Your heart speeds and threatens to leave your chest, but with an iron will, you shove the phone back into your pocket and shake your head. You can't go back to him. Taking a deep breath, you smooth down your black silk shirt, walk towards the white gate and knock. A small door in the gate opens on your right. A man's head, on top of which is a black and blue beret, pokes out and looks the other way before turning and seeing you. His eyes scan your simple shirt and trousers, head to toe, and you bristle at a blank dismissal on his dark, weathered face. What do you want? He asks. You adopt your most cultured tone. I'm here to see Mr. Macmillan. Your snotty tones does not hide the little snot that escapes, and the guard's face is not impressed. Your name, he says. You tell him, and he goes back in, shutting the door in your face. A minute later, the door reopens, and this time, it doesn't stand in the way. Our guy say make you come upstairs. He says politely. You smile, step through the door, past him, and into a compound you're convinced can only be built with stolen government money. The main house is a large blue duplex, covered in white trim at the edges, flowers and plants covered everywhere that isn't paved, giving the effect of a carefully disarranged wildlife. Go left, the guard said behind you, pointing that way to the wooden double doors that apparently lit inside. You nod and let your feet carry you while the rest of your body turns every which way, admiring the house and its spacious environment. At the door, there's a strong urge to go back home and change it to something more formal, but you push it down. It's already a miracle you escape without a head-to-toe examination from Madame. If not, you block all thoughts and shake your limbs. Time to get to work. Your house is very beautiful, you casually said loudly, even when you're screaming internally. How can he be black? Who the fuck names their child Macmillan? No. There is a running joke that Nigerian men are incapable of foreplay, even to save their lives. Unfortunately, from your experience, the stereotype is true more often than not. Yet, somehow, you find yourself holding out hope that Mr. Macmillan won't be like the rest. Maybe it's because he's been in the bathroom since he let you in. Or maybe it's because you've been hoping every man will be different from Andre since you left him and ran to Madame Rose. Your heart is beating fast, and you consider coming up with an excuse and leaving before anything can happen. but your mind rebels against your slightly trembling body. You've seen the enormous paycheck you're bound to get from this job. And this is supposed to be your last job anyway, before Madame discovers what is wrong with you. So, when the bathroom door opens, you're sprawled on the large king bed wearing only your trousers and a seductive smile. A smile that drops as soon as you glimpse Mr. Macmillan in only a towel riding low on his waist. When he opened the door for you, it was already halfway down the entry hall before you could close the door and turn around to see him. Now you're provided with ample opportunity to gawk at this beautiful creature. He looks younger than you expected, with a few white strands in his closely shaved beard. Drops of water roll down his dark body, drawing your eyes down his big chest to the trail of hair that disappears beneath his towel. Your mouth goes dry when he smiles at you, his full lips tilting more to the left. It takes a tentative step towards you, and his hand reaches for you, but his fingers curled in on themselves, like his mind is fighting his body. You shake your head and slowly start to climb off the bed when he shakes his head, and you stop. Madame Rose said you can make yourself look like anyone. He says as his eyes travel over you, his gaze hungry. A bit of your hopelessness sips back in. If he wants you specifically for that, there's a good chance he will be the one fucking you. You nod. Yes, I can. Good, he says, turning to the dresser beside the bathroom door and riffling through a drawer. Your mind is still on a spectacular backside when he turns and throws a condom on the bed. Change into a girl, he says, and drop his towel. Heat sinks in your veins, and you close your eyes. The picture of his impressive penis imprinted on your eyelids, uncircumcised too. You force yourself to focus as you are dimly aware of your body falling back onto the bed. You reach for the tattoo behind your neck and whisper a few words as you brush your finger over the ink snake. There is a flare of heat there, and when you open your eyes, you see a softer, more delicate face with long braids, framing it, staring back at you in the dresser. Macmillan climbs the bed slowly, his fingers immediately reaching for the waistband of your trousers. A warning alarm goes off in your head, and you palm his hands to still his movement. He looks at you with a frown, and you shake your head. Just like that, you said with a teasing smile before flipping him onto his back so you're straddling him. He let out a chuckle and his big hands encircle your waist. His thumb strained too close to your waistband for your liking. You grab his hands, pin them to the bed on either side of his body, and bend forward to kiss him. He turned his face away sharply, and you draw back just as sharply. Your feelings are a jumble of confusion, anger, and panic. What the fuck? I specifically told Madame, no useless straight top. What if he now forces me to remove my trouser? That last thought overrides everything, and you move your lips to his nipples, sucking lightly and gently nibbling on it. You last for a mere 5 seconds before his hand is pushing your head lower toward his groin. A thrill goes through your body as you put your mouth on his and his hips jerked slightly forward. God, maybe I can get him off like this, and he'll be too tired to continue. No sooner have you thought this than he raises your head and brings your eyes to meet his. His pupils are nearly dilated with pleasure now, and you smirk internally. Take off your trousers. It's like a bucket of ice has been thrown on your naked body. You start to shiver, and he smiles at you, misrepresenting the situation. Faster than you can think to stop him, he reaches for your groin, and when he grabs nothing but fabrics, his eyes widen in surprise and anger. You know your world is over. Hey God, oh, this boy has finished me. You look anxiously out the window and pray there's no one listening. But on an apartment floor that serves as a makeshift brothel, you know there are definitely ears pressed to the door already. You reach out for Madame Rose to calm her down. She has been shouting ever since you told her why you couldn't get paid. Don't touch me! Are you mad? Why didn't you tell me before? Abi they sent you to destroy my business, ni? Your tone is soothing when you make it. You don't have to tell future clients. We can just what? She demands, placing her hands on her hip. How do you want me to tell people that a male prostitute does not have pennies? Hey. Your mind scrambles to find a game plan for what to tell her. Your eyes dart around the small room, sparsely furnished with single bed, a dresser in one corner, and the door to your compact bathroom in the other. Your eyes land back on Madame to see her shaking her head as she stares at the floor. No! No, 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 she mutters, tapping her feet repeatedly. No! That's how people will now think. All my people are fake. Hero, no! The words, combined with the look in her eyes when she raises her head, send your heart racing and crashing to the ground. You don't have to hear what she's saying next. And in truth, you don't. All that remains is a high-pitched sound as she sweeps out of the room, leaving behind the smell of crayfish and ugu as she scatters the group of girls at your door. Those same girls are the ones who pack your things for you, who gently pull you from your seated position on the bed, lead you out the door, turn off the light, and close the door. You're dimly aware of your meager bag of things pressed into one hand and a bottle pressed into the other. It was when they are gone with all their murmuring of sorry and good luck that your senses started to return. The evening is cool and the sunset is cruelly beautiful. You feel as though it's mocking you. The smell of suya and cigarette smoke drifts past you. The street light you are under, which usually blinds you with its bright amber, is yet to come on, and you are partially hidden in the shadow of the block of flats behind you. Tears begin to leak from your eyes. You drop to the pavement, the bottle and bag dropping to the ground. You hug your knees tight and cry silently. The protection Madame Rose granted you against Andre, the first pimp and man who had you, gone. Your source of income, your ticket to a place without Andre's persuasive mouth, gone. Your sister's school fees, which you've been paying with your earnings, gone. You once the best and most wanted prostitute in Abuja, the best whore in the city full of them, the apple of Sodom, now nothing but a bag of clothes, 5,000 naira, and a spirit bottle filled with vodka. Your phone beeps in your pocket and you take it out to find a text. Go to this address, but you can't stay there. Only for this night. Plot 554 Aide Cadastral Street. Good luck. You jam the phone back into your pocket and reach for the bottle. You take a burning sip, gag. Take another one, and then a big gulp, whose heat combined with your tears threatens to choke you. Your tears fall harder, not in sadness but in anger. How dare that man let you run out with that disgusted look on his face? So because he can't have sex with a man and allow himself enjoying it, you should now suffer. You take another swig of vodka and the burning is less now. Maybe because the burning has moved to your gut now. Emboldened by grief, you take more, willing the burning to come back and drive away the tears. But it doesn't, and you get angrier. How dare Madame Rose throw you out like that? All the money you've made for her, she sends you off with one stupid text. You laugh harshly, startling a lady on the other side of the street into walking faster. You snare and throw the bottle at her, but it doesn't go far, bouncing across the road and spilling the rest of the vodka. Your head is fussy, and your vision is a little more than blurry. You've always been a lightweight, and now you're sad. Your anger seeping away into the smoky night air. You pull out of your phone, squinting at it as you scroll to find Madame's message. You copy the address and swipe over to book a boat. All while the left and right side of your brain start a war with one another. Then your phone rings and you jolted awake. There are a little frost dots in the sky now, and it's getting colder. You fumbled for your phone and pick up the call. Hello? You said grudgingly. Hello, sir. The man hesitated for a bit. Did you order a ride? You pull the phone away from your face and squint at it. There is a blurry picture of a map. You put the phone back to your ears and say, yes. I'm in front of your house, the driver says before quoting the call. You remove the phone from your ears and frown at it. That was quite rude. Then you realize your view is different. There is an orange light around you and you can't see the bougainvillea or fence opposite you. Instead, there's a shiny black wall. Shiny black wall. You struggle to your feet and smile at the driver, judging from his subtle "fuck." He's surprised to see you. You open the passenger's door and throw your phone at him, going promptly back to sleep. The last thing you remember is the window rolling down and the cold AC air dissipating to let in the night breeze. Wake up! A voice in the well of your dreamless state says. There is a sensation of being pushed and your blurry vision comes back to you as you slowly blink your eyes open. Outside the open window is a gate that makes you laugh. I always knew the gates to hell were black. The driver looks at you strangely and unlocks the door. You basically spill out of the car and onto the brightly lit streets. You reached behind you and shut the door. The driver zooming off immediately after it closes. You stumble over to the gate and knock. The door opens for the second time that day, and the guard's heads make an appearance. "You again?" it says, visibly irritated. You grin and sway on your feet. He signs, and his dark, pockmarked face relents. "Oh yeah, come." Hefting you with one arm, he shuts the gate with one arm and drags you to the front door. He drags you in and to the front door of the house, propping you up against it so that he can ring the bell. A moment later, your eyes are assaulted by bright hallway lights and you shut them tight. "What is he doing here?" that tall, coiling, deep voice asks. "I don't know, Sal. He just a smile since. I just say make I bring and come see you since you sabi him." There's a short silence, then a sign. "Give him to me." Eyes still shut. You're passed from the guard's thin arms onto the thick arms which lock around you like a steel band. You feel your lips stretch into another smile and let yourself be carried weightlessly till you land on something soft and springy you're sure is a bed. Those arms unwrap from your body and the loss causes a deep pang in your chest. As the last of the fingers leave your body, you clutch at them, grasping one. "Come closer," you whisper and pat the bed. When you feel a dip in the bed, you continue. "Do you know there are 9 circles in hell?" you ask. "Your gate is black." Dante said the 9th circle for the worst traitor in history. You open your eyes and peered into his confused one. "I think you are one of them, and not for what you did to me today, but for what you're doing to yourself." With that said, you let yourself fall back into a dreamless world. Your brain feels like all the sides are a fight and everyone lost. You open your eyes to a poorly lit room and can't decide whether you should be grateful for the lack of light or groan at the fact that you have to strain your eyes to see anything. Luckily, your stomach decides for you, and you're soon hugging a toilet bowl, throwing up everything you've ever eaten before. When you're done, you fall back onto the cool tile floor. The fluorescent bulb overhead is not as offensive as you imagined. You close your eyes and let out a breath from your mouth that immediately makes you twist your face. "Are you done?" a voice asks above you. You groan this time and open your eyes to see Mr. Macmillan above you in a blue pine-striped suit that accentuates everything you want to run your tongue over. You close your eyes and will this bad dream away. "If I said anything yesterday night, just ignore it," you say. "I didn't think you remember anything," it says in a dry voice. You roll over to one side and pick yourself up from the floor. I don't. I've never gotten drunk before. Then why did you? Despite the fact that your head is pounding, you manage a little smile. That's my business. You push past him into now bright room, not letting your face show how much his avoidance of any contact with your body hurts. You look around for your bag, unable to find it. You turn back to Mr. Macmillan. Did I come with my bag? He shakes his head and your heart sinks. Now you truly have nothing, not even money you could have eventually used to go to Andre. Because that's all you have left. A man who possesses your entire soul with a few whispers and shattered all your boundaries with a single groan. Dejected, you turn to thank Mr. Macmillan only to find him watching you with an intensity that can't possibly have anything to do with your appearance. You're covered in sweat and the sore stink of alcohol clings to your clothes from the day before. Come and eat breakfast, he says unexpectedly, turning towards the bedroom door and disappearing down the hallway. There are spare clothes in the wardrobe. Your eyes are wide as you stare at him. What's going on? It seems like things have been happening in an upside-down manner since you lost your pennies. Then again, who are you to pass up a free meal? Decisive, you waste no time in cleaning up and getting dressed in a t-shirt and trousers you have to roll up the legs. You make your way onto the hallway and follow the smell of hot oil through a door where you see Mr. Macmillan sitting at a small table. He sits in front of a simple spread of yam and egg sauce, sipping what you assume is black coffee from a white mug. Your stomach chooses that exact moment to growl loudly and you hug it in embarrassment. Your hosts look up from his tablet and something flashes beneath his cool expression, but he's gone before you can identify it. He beckons with his chin towards the opposite chair. Him and you move from the doorway to sit. Soon, you're both eating away at your food in silence. Then, he puts his fork and staples his fingers and stares at you. His eyes unnerve you, and you reluctantly put your fork down too, which is a shame. The food is really good. So, it starts. You told me something yesterday. The food in your mouth threatens to come as you imagine what you could have said to him. You swallow and wait. You call me one of the worst traitors in history. It continues, smiling a little at that, and your heart beats a little faster despite your growing unease. And you said it's because I'm betraying my body. There's a short silence in which you're horrified. What the fuck? I don't... You swallow and try again. I don't know what I meant. His head is already shaking before you finish. Oh, please. I don't have time for lies. You may have all the time to do whatever you want, but I don't, so tell me the truth. Anger flares in you at his condescending tone and you grind your teeth. Okay, I'll tell you. You are a gay man, Mr. Macmillan. You are a gay man who wants to have sex with men, but on the condition of them cosplaying as a woman. Denying yourself real sex and pleasure. And for what? It's not like anyone can see in this house. You punctuate your statements by waving your hand around this opulent dining room. And if they could, your money is more than enough to buy their silence, which is ultimately what they care about anyway. Your chest is heavy and you sit back in your chair, appetite gone. Silence ensues as Mr. Macmillan stares at you. His posture is stiff, but his eyes are full of sadness you can't begin to understand. There's also a longing you see there, one you recognize in yourself. Then, without warning, he gets up, reaches for his briefcase beside him. Your chest deflates, and you got to your feet. Your time is up. You followed him slowly as he walks back into the hallway and head for the door. Just before he opens it, he turns around and you stop abruptly to avoid bumping into him. His eyes dart over you, unfocused for the first time since you met him. You roll your eyes. He had better not ask you to stay. Can I kiss you? He asks. You smirk and reach behind your neck to transform, but a shock when he steals your hand, drops his suitcase, and grabs your face with his other hand. His hands are rough like Andre. Oh, wait. Why am I thinking about him? But when his lips touch yours, you forget Andre completely. Mr. Macmillan's lips are soft and hesitant, like he has never kissed anyone or anyone cared to kiss him before. When he pulls back, you stumble a little and he smiles shakingly down at you. I'll be back by 5, he says, and with that, he opens the front door and steps out, leaving you standing there, dumbstruck. You can tell he knows you will wait for him, no matter how impulsive or crazy it may seem. You're a prostitute, a former prostitute now, whose pennies got stolen while walking a highway, and who can look like whoever he wants. Your life has never been crazier. Why stop now?
And that's our story. If you'd like to get an ad-free version of this podcast, head to patreon.com/nobilis. As a supporter, you will have access to a personal RSS feed that you can drop right into your podcatcher. And if you want monthly bonus content, bump up your support to $3 a month. Remember to pick up Monster Whisperer Second Class in your favorite ebook retailer or on the Riverdale Avenue Books website. Or pick up the audiobook on Audible, Amazon, or Apple. Your support will help ensure this series continues. You have been listening to the Nobilis Erotica podcast. The music is composed and performed by Mass Relay. This podcast is released under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives license. Until next time, listen hard.